Keanu Reeves might be one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, but he's got zero celebrity ego. While others flex private jets and security squads, Keanu's over here catching the subway and helping strangers like it's no big deal. It's not just one or two good deeds either. This man's kindness track record is wild. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll love Reeves even more. So Keanu is just chilling on the subway like a regular dude, minding his business, when he notices a woman standing nearby. Most celebrities would keep scrolling on their phones, but not Keanu. He gets up and offers her his seat. No fuss, no "look at me" moment, just pure instinct. The wild part is most people didn't even realize it was him until the video popped up later online. It's such a small gesture, but it says a lot. He could have stayed seated, and no one would have blamed him. But nope, Keanu was raised right, and it shows. Now imagine finishing a movie, and instead of just a pat on the back, your boss gifts you a Rolex. That's what Keanu did for his John Wick stunt team. He took the 4 guys out to dinner and handed each of them a personalized Rolex, with a thank you message engraved on the back. And the cherry on top? It said, John Wick 5. Like, that's the coolest souvenir ever. Who even does that? Most actors just shout you out in interviews. Keanu made sure his team felt seen and appreciated. And honestly, now everyone else in Hollywood looks lazy. This one's a whole movie scene. Octavia Spencer is stuck in Beverly Hills, in sweats and a see-through t-shirt, bird poop on her car, and absolutely no one helping. Then Keanu rolls up in a helmet and sunglasses, not even dramatic about it. He just walks over, tells her to get in the car, and starts pushing it himself like it's a normal Tuesday. She didn't even know what was happening until people saw it was him, and suddenly everyone came to help. Of course they did. No one ignores Keanu Reeves.
And my car hadn't been washed because I always parked underneath the tree, and there was bird crap all over the back of it. And it broke down like in this very posh area of Beverly Hills. And there was a cafe, and all of these people were sitting out there, and the cars were honking. Nobody would help me. Then all of a sudden, this guy comes up with his sunglasses and motorcycle helmet, and I knew immediately it was Keanu Reeves.
So there's this little boy, totally starstruck and trying to understand how Keanu got inside a computer, which is basically how kids explain the Matrix. Keanu doesn't laugh or brush it off. He actually explains it to the kid in a super simple way, like step by step, with hand gestures and everything. It's adorable, because he's not pretending to be too busy or too cool for it. He just genuinely wants the kid to understand and feel heard. Most adults would have fumbled that moment or made it awkward, but not Keanu. He nailed it.
How did you go into the computer?
So I would have my hand, and then they would take a picture of it, and then in a computer, they would do an animation of all like a silver and silver hand, and then they would show you on a movie screen.
You know those shows where the audience loses their minds when a celeb walks in? Well, that happened on Ellen, and the fans were totally freaking out because it was Keanu. And instead of being awkward or fake smiling through it, he actually makes them feel even more hyped up. He chats with them like they've been friends for years. Even when one woman asked him a super bold question, he kept it light and kind and made her feel comfortable. He just knows how to handle people's excitement without making it weird or stiff.
I cannot believe we've never met.
We have never met.
It's weird. I feel like that's a strange thing. Don't you think we would have run into each other somewhere?
Yes.
And yet, no.
No.
Nothing.
I don't get out much.
I don't either, so maybe that's why.
That's why. We're just...
Now get this. A kid meets Keanu and tells him he's his favorite actor. Instead of just saying thanks and moving on, Keanu sits down and asks what he likes, then offers to draw Spider-Man. The boy even gets to pick the crayon color. Like, this is preschool vibes in the best way. The moment was short, but it meant everything to that kid. Imagine showing your friends the drawing Spider-Man by Keanu Reeves. It's not about how good the drawing was, it's that he took the time and made that kid feel special.
I'm such a big fan.
What's your name?
Noah. My name is Noah.
Hi, Noah. I'm Keanu.
You're probably my favorite actor in the whole world.
Oh my gosh,
You're the
Noah,
best.
thank you. Did you see Duke Kaboom in Toy Story 4?
Yeah, he's my favorite character.
Canada's greatest stuntman! Well, I'm glad you liked it. I really liked playing Duke Kaboom.
All right, this couple is just out and about on their wedding day, and somehow they bump into Keanu. And of course, he doesn't just wave and walk away. No, he poses with them, smiles for the photos, and even adds a little sparkle to their wedding memories without making it about himself. Like, this man really walked into their once-in-a-lifetime moment, and instead of being the celebrity that steals the spotlight, he becomes part of the story in the sweetest way. Who else can say Keanu Reeves is in their wedding album? So a lady runs into Keanu at a restaurant and casually mentions that his mom has a huge crush on him. Keanu, without missing a beat, asks for the phone and records a message right there. No hesitation, no brushing it off. He just genuinely wants to make this mom's day. And he doesn't treat it like a throwaway moment either. He puts full energy into it, smiling, relaxed, and thoughtful. He takes a second to wish her a happy holiday, sends warm wishes to both her and her daughter, and does it all like it's totally normal. No cameras, no publicists, just a simple kind gesture from a guy who truly doesn't see himself as too important for real connection. Most celebs would have nodded and moved on, but Keanu treats every person like they matter, even when no one's watching.
Say thank you, and I hope you have a great holiday, and you have a wonderful, beautiful daughter, and all my best to you.
Thanks, Keanu. You're the best.
This one gets you right in the chest. Back in 1998, Keanu was spotted sitting on the sidewalk in West Hollywood, just vibing with a homeless guy. And not just tossing coins in a cup, but really sitting and chatting like he had nowhere better to be. They were even sharing snacks and just enjoying the moment together. And this wasn't for cameras or press, it was just a random act of kindness caught by someone passing by. You can't fake that kind of energy. Keanu sees people like actual people, and that's why he's different. One thing people don't expect during a flight emergency is to have Keanu Reeves sitting nearby being the calmest guy in the room. When their plane had to make an unexpected landing, Keanu didn't just scroll through his phone or duck behind airport staff. He actually stepped up like part of the crew. He started talking to passengers, helped explain what was happening, and even came up with ways they could get to their destination since they were grounded. He helped organize van rides, shared trivia about the town they landed in, and just made the whole mess feel less scary. It was like he turned a chaotic situation into a chill group road trip. While everyone else was stressed, Keanu was cool, helpful, and just genuinely there for people. That kind of presence? It sticks with you.
Vans will be here in an hour, so if you want to hit the road and then deal with your bags later, or deal with customer service and get it delivered, maybe.
Most actors wait for a red carpet or interview to give the usual thanks to the crew, but Keanu stopped filming, gathered everyone on the John Wick 4 set, and thanked them directly. No speechwriter, no cameras, just Keanu telling them how much he appreciated their work. He didn't act like the star of the show. He made it clear it was a team effort, and the crew mattered just as much. You could see it hit home too. People were smiling, laughing, soaking it in. It's a simple moment, but not every actor makes space for something like that. That kind of genuine gratitude makes people want to go the extra mile for you.
Really special to be here. I mean, look at this. But it's not only the place that's special, it's all the people and everyone. I'm so happy to meet so many great people and artists. So thank you for all your support.
Meeting a celebrity can make your brain short-circuit. This one fan looked totally overwhelmed when she came face-to-face with Keanu. Nervous, shaky, barely able to speak. And instead of keeping his distance or rushing through the interaction, Keanu quietly leaned in and lowered himself to her level. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't performative. It was just a soft, instinctive move to make her feel safer and seen. A lot of celebs wouldn't have noticed. Even fewer would have responded with that kind of thoughtfulness. But Keanu's always had this way of reading a room and reacting with calm kindness. And that's why people love him. It's not just the big stuff. It's the little stuff, too. A guy met Keanu at a restaurant and mentioned that his mom, this guy's grandma, had a crush on him. Keanu would have laughed it off, but instead, he asked if the guy had his phone and then called her right there. Not a quick wave or shout-out. A full-on surprise phone call. just to make her day. It wasn't a publicity moment. There weren't even cameras around. Just Keanu doing what he does, being a kind guy with zero ego. And imagine being that grandma, casually living your day, and you suddenly get a call from Keanu Reeves. That's a story for life. Keanu and his girlfriend Alexandra were leaving a hotel in New York when they got swarmed by paparazzi. There were cameras flashing, people yelling. It was total chaos. Most celebrities would ignore it or try to run for cover, but Keanu didn't flinch. He stayed calm, spoke kindly to the photographers, and even exchanged a few words. Not because he loves the spotlight, but because he gets that they're just doing their jobs. There was no tension, no rush, just a basic level of human decency. And that simple act of staying cool and respectful, it really stands out in a world where a lot of stars treat paparazzi like pests. Being the star of a huge action movie usually comes with perks. People carrying your stuff, shielding you from the sun, making sure you don't have to lift a finger. But not with Keanu. During the filming of John Wick 4, crew members said he was constantly pitching in carrying gear, helping move things, doing whatever needed to be done. Not because he had to, he just didn't see himself as above it. That kind of behavior doesn't make headlines, but it shifts the whole vibe on set. When the biggest star is also the most down-to-earth, it changes how everyone works together. And that's part of why people say Keanu's one of the best to work with. Keanu was attending a motorcycle show since he's obsessed with bikes, but then one of the riders suddenly crashed through a barrier. There was a split second where everyone froze, unsure of what to do, but Keanu didn't hesitate. He ran straight toward the fallen rider, pushing past the crowd to help. No one told him to. He didn't wait for someone else to move first. He just acted. There weren't any cameras documenting it at the time. It was just one of those real-life moments that reveals character. And Keanu's first instinct was to help. This woman backed into Keanu's motorcycle and then tried to argue that he had parked it wrong. Wild, right? She hit his bike and still tried to flip the blame. But instead of snapping or demanding insurance, Keanu stayed calm. He checked the bike, saw it wasn't badly damaged, and decided to let it go. He even shook her hand before walking away. That's not the kind of patience most people have, especially when it's their stuff that just got hit. But Keanu's not most people. He doesn't carry stress around like baggage, and that shows even in the small things.
Give us 5 minutes, okay?
Hey, what do you think about the Occupy Wall Street movement?
If there's any issue, I have a... Here we go.
And that's just a glimpse of why Keanu Reeves is in a league of his own. It's not just about being famous. It's about being decent, thoughtful, and real in a world that often isn't. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe for more celebrity stories, and let us know in the comments which Keanu moment is your favorite.